Sarah and this is week 27. On Monday I had my classes and I had work, and it was just going to be the most chaotic week that I've had in a while. So I started realizing that around Monday. So I also had rehearsal later on with one of my scene partners. Then I had some extreme procrastination from actually doing anything, and then I went to sleep. Tuesday rolls around though, and I have radio. I updated my website, which you should go and check out, lacquerstyler.com. I've had this website since I was a freshman in high school, which is actually almost going on, what, like 4 or 5 years now? I'm not doing math, but it was I've had it going for quite a while now, and I really love what I post, but there are some times where I feel like I can't post it because I started it off being not personal at all, and I really like trying to get personal feelings out there, and sometimes I can't film an entire video to explain how happy I am about something, or sometimes if something is going on in my life that I need to talk about, I don't have the time to actually go and really get that out, so I turned to writing, and through that I like to share things. Sometimes writing it down isn't enough. Sometimes sharing it with people in a place that is kind of public to the world is kind of helpful. So I had this website kind of just be like inspiration, and everything that you've known from Lacquer Styler it's not going to change. I'm still going to have those posts, but I'm also adding just more personal posts, a little more behind the scenes information about life and things that I'm doing and things that I can't always talk about for these videos, so you should go and check that out. But I did some more updates with that. I had class, I kind of just chilled out for a bit, I worked on some stuff, I went to work, and then later on I spontaneously went to the mall right down the street to go to Target because I needed to pick up some oatmeal, and on top of that I had a couple of free coupons for a Cinnabon. So we went, and I went with my roommate because she wasn't doing it, so like, okay, let's just go to Cinnabon. So I went. It was really good and it worked out pretty well. I was kind of just trying to get back because I was going to meet up with someone later, so it's like strictly just getting everything together. So we got it, it was all good, came back to campus, and then my stomach was giving me a hard time and I wanted to just take a shower, go to sleep, but when your stomach is not really trusting you, it's kind of difficult to do that. And I don't want to blame Cinnabon, but I did drink down the little chilata a little too quickly, if you ask me. So yeah, my stomach wasn't acting too well, and I realized I hadn't really eaten anything that day, so I had some oatmeal and I went on over and I just got out the Netflix and I watched Legally Blonde, which I had not seen before. I knew about the musical, I've heard the musical numbers, but I had not seen the movie, so I watched that and greatly enjoyed that, and eventually got to a shower. I felt a lot better. On Wednesday I had classes, I had work, I did some homework, I was getting crazy stressed out, which is never a good thing. I was really tired. When I get stressed I resort to eating, which I know is really bad, but my eating schedule is really out of whack lately while I'm here. So I had rehearsal with one of my scene partners, and then I got to sleep eventually, but it was pretty late. And by late I mean 12, but I had been up all day, so it was late. On Thursday I had a really hard math test, which was the start of my day, which explains everything. And like I said, this week was really stressful. I had so much going on and I was just breaking down, so I think the stress just caught up to me and it made that test way harder than it actually was, which is not a good thing. And yeah, so that happened. I managed to survive through that, but afterwards I just had to set up permits because that weekend I was going to be filming my web series pilot, which is exciting, but you have to go through this whole permitting process to make sure that everything is kind of approved and set so that I could actually go and film these things. So which ended up having me run around campus on a really hot day under the bright sun, forgetting suntan lotion, and get signatures from people all over the school, and sometimes needing one signature before the other and having to run back and forth, which was kind of insane, kind of crazy, and did not help my headache. But eventually I did get all of that done, and luckily everything did actually work out. It was just pretty time consuming. So I got to work after that, and then I had rehearsal quickly with one of my scene partners just to double check that we knew what we were doing. And then I went to my acting class where I was performing the first half of only one of the scenes. I was only going up with one of my scene partners, but it went pretty well. Again, like the stress of the week was making everything way more difficult than it should have been, but it still went pretty well in comparison to how I thought it was probably going to end up, just because of all the stress and everything. So that happened and that went well, and I just went to sleep. On Friday I had classes. I picked up my sound equipment that I was going to need for over the weekend. I picked up the sound equipment and the slate that I was going to use over the weekend. And then I actually got to start filming after classes, which was pretty exciting. And after I started filming a little bit, I had a meeting at the coffee shop here on campus with some of the cast and crew members, which was really exciting because we kind of just talked over ideas and different things of how are we going to go about with promotion and actually putting this together. So there's a lot of cool things that were coming up with ideas there, so that was really exciting. And then afterwards I went back to Target because, as it turns out, the new thing of oatmeal that I got, I was going to have for breakfast one day. Crazy crap week, I opened it up and it smells funny, and the cap is actually open. It should not be pre-opened. If you get pre-opened food, don't eat it. It could be contaminated, it could kill you, I don't even know, but I got really concerned. So of course that was my week, so I kept back up, got the receipt, and I got to go back to Target. So I went back to Target, back at the mall. I went with Ava, and I just went around the mall for a little bit afterwards. And I also stopped by Best Buy because, as you probably know, my little camera is on and off broken, meaning sometimes it's working just fine and other times it looks like the most dead piece of camera you have ever seen in your life. So I've been looking around at new cameras and such for just a nice easy carry around, but I definitely have a lot of specifics of what I like and what I use it for. And yeah, so I went, and usually most stores just have like a couple of cameras here and there, but most of them are actually featured on the websites only. But that Best Buy had a huge array of cameras, and a lot of the ones I've actually been looking at, so that was super exciting. I was so excited to see that. But yeah, that happened, and then eventually I just came on back and then filmed the scene. It was the opening scene for the web series pilot, so you'll get to see that. That went really well. And then after that, that was wrapped around 11-ish, so I just came on back and I went to sleep. On Saturday I got sleeping a little bit, but then I was filming a few more scenes. Actually no, I was only filming one scene that day. And then I relaxed, I got the footage downloaded, I started going through it, and then I decided that I was going to go, and I was like, I haven't eaten anything, so I went and I had some mozzarella sticks and marinara sauce from the diner on campus. And I went on over to Starbucks and I picked up some form of latte or something. And then I had a little bit of the light coffee frappuccino to go along with it. It just sounded really good, so I'm like, I'm gonna have this today. Then I went on over just in the library for a bit. I got a little area to sit at, and I was just working on editing. I was working on homework. I was just trying to do things and be productive. I really wasn't as productive as I wanted to be, but I got a couple things done. I enjoyed just kind of watching the sunset from there for a little bit, and then I just came on back and I went to sleep. On Sunday, I had an early call time, which I actually kind of set up myself, so I am to blame. But I had to be just, you know, little, you can't see beyond this camera, but on campus, pretty close to my dorm, which is very convenient. And I was filming, so I had the room set up. So I had this building set up to be able to film at from 9 until 11. And eventually everything did all work out with that. Got in everything. There were people there, people coming in late, and then it's just getting everything set up. The filming went really well. Things got put together quite nicely, which was exciting. And then afterwards I decided, alright, we're going to have a break. So I went to ComTable, I downloaded the things, I changed out costumes and everything, and I started prepping for the next scene, which was going to be filmed at 2, not 5 as originally planned. So, chaos of life. So then we filmed the next scene, just part of it, because the other part I needed someone else to be there, but they couldn't be there, so part of that scene is filmed, the other part will be filmed shortly. And then afterwards there was a little petting zoo on campus, so we saw that and saw a bunch of like really cute animals. I got to hold like a little bunny, and there's a tortoise and a couple of goats and a pig and little ducklings, and it was just so cute. So I did that as well. And then afterwards I came on back, I worked on some homework, I did some more editing, and then I watched that week's episode of Once Upon a Time. Things are getting so intense, you know what I'm saying. And then I finally got to, so that was week 27. I hope you enjoyed that, and definitely check back soon for week 28 and all of my crazy adventures while being here in LA. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so already. As I also post videos here every week, so you should check out all the other cool videos that I've posted. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!